Top of the night, everybody. So everybody talking about Kevin Samuels passing. But I'm going to tell you, I seen something that was interesting today. I seen a guy who was the friend of the family, but he was also a lawyer and a good friend of Kevin Samuels. And he debunked all the conspiracy rumors, all the gossip, philosophy, whatever you want to say. He said Kevin Samuels didn't get killed by no mysterious people or none of that. We know sometimes family members can cover shit up because they don't want no problems and stuff like that. But this dude was speaking in his purest sincerity. He said he's a friend of the family and he's a great friend of Kevin Samuels. He said the girl didn't kill him. Don't tarnish the girl's name or nothing. The girl is highly educated. She has, numerous college degrees, and she has a great career, and she's a private person. And they said he was eventually planning on marrying the female. And it was just his time, He had a heart attack or something like that. If y'all look at his videos, he drunk a lot of Red Bulls during his videos. I'm going to tell you about that. Social media can be very informative, and social media can be very toxic. It can be very toxic. And when it becomes toxic is when, lies and slander and rumors and all type of misinformation becomes spreaded. The man was very informative. He said a lot of things in a well-articulated, raw, and intellectual manner. And he didn't get as much scrutiny as I did when I used to talk about things like that years ago on Instagram and on YouTube. People used to call me a woman basher, a misogynist, and say I hate black women. Kevin Samuels did it. Women hated him too. But a lot of women liked to follow him because his information was valid and it was somewhat entertaining. May his transition be honorable and respected. Outside of that, on another note, the other night I was coming home and I was on a train, and a homeless dude went to let me in through the gate. I'm like, nah, I'm good. You don't gotta let me in. I got the key to the gate. I'm good. I'm gonna let myself in. When I get on the platform of 125th and Lenox, I see a Spanish guy. He got a book bag on, so he looking at me. Then when I get towards the end, I move away from him. I start walking towards the end of the platform. There's another Spanish guy with a book bag. So usually, when I get off work late at night and I see different type of guys, black, Latino, or whatever, and they're on the platform with book bags and they looking, usually I think niggas is being troublemakers or dudes is trying to be tough. Or niggas probably got the gun on them and, they feeling brave now. So usually I stay away from niggas like that. I just try to outthink them. I move with discipline. So usually I just walk away or reposition myself and things like that. So, I was peeling apart a piece of the billboard. It was like the posters be coming off, so I was peeling a part of the poster off. So I see the Spanish dude coming my way, so I backs my knife out. When I backs my knife out, he backs up and goes the opposite way. He don't say nothing. So I put my knife back in and I go back towards the end of the platform. The Spanish dude starts texting. Here come the other Spanish dude with the book bag. So then I figured it out. I said, oh, these niggas trying to box me in at the end of the platform. They police. So then he backs his badge out. So when he backs his badge out, he like, yo, NYPD. But I'm like, all right, what's up? What's the problem? What's the problem? So he started walking towards me. He like, yo, what you was doing down there on the billboard? I said, nothing. I was peeling the piece of paper off the billboard. So he like, oh, we think you was doing graffiti. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, yo, bro, go ahead, man. I said, bro, keep it moving, bro. So when the other partner was like, let me check your bag, I pulled out my badges. Now, I'm not a police or nothing, but I have 3 city jobs. So I pulled out my badges to my jobs. So I start pulling out all the badges. I'm like, yo, look, I work here, and I work here. I'm like, you bugging, officer. Like, I'm a tax-paying citizen. You bugging. I'm a city employee 3 times. So then they backed up, all right, no problem, you know, boom, 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 boom. You know, we just was wondering because it looked like you was doing graffiti. I'm like, yo, officer, I don't got time to be writing on no boards or nothing. I just got off work. I'm trying to get home and get some rest. I'm trying to get home and get some rest. So even when I'm not working one of my jobs, I still always, even though I was working yesterday, but even when I'm not working any of my jobs, I always keep my IDs on me because there's a little bit of credential that go with the ID, right? And I say that to say this. If I didn't have none of my job IDs on me, and it just was a regular night and I was coming from somewhere, that shit could have been a different movie. Because he ain't even questioned me about the knife. And even if he would, I'd have been like, you know, it's a knife that I use at one of my jobs that's needed. You know what I'm saying? So, but he ain't questioning me about the knife or nothing. You know, usually they taking niggas in for knives, especially if it's longer than your hand. If I didn't have none of them IDs, that shit would have went left, man. That shit would have probably turned into a fight. That shit would have probably turned into them niggas trying to whip me out or trying to jump me. I had both of them in size, and I know I probably had them in speed and strength. So I'd have fucking remixed the first one. And by the time the second one pulled out, he'd have probably clapped me 2 times before I disarmed him and broke him up or something. But the point is this, man. That Mayor Adams shit is really true. Them niggas is all over the train stations. I'm talking about every stop. And them niggas is not, they not just in uniform. Them niggas is in undercover mode. Them niggas is dressed like street niggas. Some of them niggas got rope chains on, like big jury on. And or they, you know, they in all shapes and sizes and disguises, man. Females with fat asses. You might think it's a regular shorty waiting for the train and she police. And I'm gonna tell you another thing, what I'm noticing about the Bronx and Harlem specifically. A lot of the police is Latino, Dominican, Puerto Ricans. A lot of Latinos is police, and a lot of foreigners. And what I mean by foreigners, like a lot of the Africans is coming here and they turning police. You know, there's a lot of Asian police I'm starting to see in the Bronx and Harlem now. And there's like a lot of white dudes, but they not regular white Americans. These dudes' last names like Shinasquatchki and Sylvestersky and all this stuff. So, you know, these dudes is probably Polish and, you know, Northern Europe and, you know, Jewish and shit like that. I say that to say what? Black cops is already Uncle Toms and Black Klansmen and meatballs and shit like that. Now we dealing with a lot of these other cops that already have animosity towards black people. That's even a worse situation. You know what I'm saying? Little shorty, how old are you? Huh? Where you going? I'm gonna pay your cab. Where you going? Huh? No, I'm not asking you that. What's your direction? Which street? Like how far? Webster and what? 188th? I'm going to give you $10. I'm going to pay your cab because I see you missed the 41 bus. That bus, the next bus ain't coming. I'm going to give you money. The next bus ain't coming for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So I'm going to give you $10 to get in the cab and go there. Give me 1 minute, y'all. Give me 1 minute, y'all. 1 minute, 1 minute. I'm sorry about that. Give me 1 minute. Fucking wallet is ripped up and all that stupid shit. Here you go, little sister. You got ifuna? You got ifuna, Honduran? All right, I'll fuck with the garifunas. Buenos noches, Dios te bendiga. Get home safe. Yo, you too young to be out here this late, sister. Flag a cab. Blessings. Yeah, so you know, especially a lot of these ethnicities have animosity towards black men and shit like that too. So shit is different. You know what I'm saying? So dudes just gotta be on point, man, because this shit'll get sloppy out here. This shit'll get messy and it'll go wrong. You know, so you gotta move militant and stay diligent, man. You gotta move militant and stay diligent. You know. Yeah, man, because there's all type of cops and they looking like they niggas from the hood and they trying to blend in, but really their job is to take you down and mess your record up and incarcerate you and get a collar off of you and a badge and everything, you know what I'm saying? And shit like that. So, you know, always stay in tune. You know, always stay in tune, people. You know, just a public service announcement, man. The gods don't mingle with the mortals. Kings don't eat with the peasants. And the only time wise men hang around fools is when they educate them or enslaving them. Stay up like a cup, I holler back on my collar crack. We get up like sit-ups. I'm oxygen, iron, uno.